Hello, you're welcome to this segment of this segment of lessons from successful people. This is uh, this is I think the third part of the segment, lessons from successful people. You see, in life we need to continue to learn because the more we learn, the more we earn. And life without learning is as good as a waste. So, and as I usually say, there are two things we can do to our life. It's either we utilize it, that is to live our possible best and learn it how we could, or by wasting it, it's very easy for us to waste our time or our life. It's just a matter of doing nothing. Before we proceed, I would like us to understand something very important, which is if we if you focus on the hurt, you will continue to suffer. But if you focus on the lessons or on the lesson, you will continue to grow. So that is to say, in life, there are choices we need to make. Personal choices, no, not all choices that have to be made for us. We just have to make certain choices ourselves. So, in life, if you continue to focus on the hurt, disappointments, letdowns, frustrations, circumstances, the truth is that we continue to suffer. But if you focus on the lesson, that is where the learning platform is. That is where the changing platform is. You see, focusing on the hurt will continue to keep us in our comfort zones. And I tell you one thing, it will end up in stagnation. But when we focus on our lessons, we see that is where the growth is. That is where the development is. That is where improvement is. That is where, achievement is. Even the ability to persist. When we focus on lessons, we realize that we've gotten more inside of us, still inside of us, that we've given out of us. So the more we can learn, the more we discover ourselves, the more we can learn, the more we are able to attain heights and achieve greater heights in life. So one thing we need to understand is that, still on the same topic, lessons from successful people. No matter how talented we are, we still need to learn how to improve ourselves. Because being talented is not enough on its own. We still need to work on whatever endeavor we are talented in. You see, one thing I would like us to understand at this point is having or writing down great goals is not, it's not meaningful in itself. But the ability to learn how to attain them is what makes life meaningful, or is what makes those goals possible. So when we have great goals, great dreams, we just write it down. If we are not doing the work, and we can't achieve great goals by repeating the same quality of work. There needs to be an improvement in the work we do towards achieving our goals. And that same work, the same hard work, can only be viable or visible by learning. So nothing is achievable in life without learning. So the truth is, we can't just hide from the fact that learning is just an integral part of life as a whole. So let us understand one thing. Let's move to the next slide. You see, successful people have what's in common. They are lifelong learners. So the truth is, learning itself is life's most important skill. I've said it repeatedly, and I'll continue to say it again, that our ability to learn, yes, ability to learn is life. You see, learning itself is a skill on its own. So, without it, nothing is, we can't. There's no how we could get attain innovation, revolution, evolution. No matter what happens, learning itself is just the key part of whatever revolution we come across, whatever innovation will come to light. Whatever, even discoveries, is just as a result of learning. So let us come to the topic today. The topic is, what is learning? You see, Learning is a process that is an attractive process that involves engaging, manipulating objectives, experiments, and conversations in order to build mental models, yes, of the world. According to Jim Piaget, that learning is a process on its own, that is an active process which involves engaging. When we surround ourselves with circumstances in life and we are not pleased with it, the first thing we need to know is that apart from being unpleasant with the situation, we need to learn how to get out of that situation. That is why, and that's the best way to break limits in life. When you are so, when you are the type of person you are not satisfied with your current situation, having a dream is not just enough, but learning how to leave your current situation for a better situation is the best thing for us to do. So that's the definition of learning. And as we proceed, yes, we need to see what's going on next. So we need to understand certain facts about learning. Now that we understand that learning is a process, now we are now on facts about learning. You see, learning enables us to build the required knowledge to explore the world around us, engage with others, and develop new ideas in getting things done. I believe that self-explanatory. Learning facilitates a better understanding of our today's world and also an insight for the future. So, no matter what today looks like, we learn from it. And from today, what we've learned today, we could easily derive a reflection for the future. Learning facilitates change in human disposition towards growth. I've said it earlier on, without learning there can be growth. Learning facilitates mental strength to overcome tough times in life. At times when we read books, motivational books, when we watch inspirational movies, we learn what life is about, we learn certain things about life, and then when we are faced with similar challenges, based on what we're able to learn, we are able to reflect, the outcomes of what we've learned, and then, we are able to attend certain situations in life. So, learning as well helps us prepare for the unexpected. As I usually say, life is a platform for controversies. Nobody can tell me what happens next. But one thing is that the way you've learned what life is, the way you've learned how to philosophy, the way to group yourself in philosophy, no matter the unexpected situation that we come across in life, we'll be able to confront it in a bold manner. Learning helps emulate from ignorance. Yes, you see, what I've always said is that ignorance is the powerful and the most commonest tools, yes, human being face as a whole. People blame fate, destiny, blah, 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 blah. But the truth is, we need to understand one thing, is that learning helps us to relate ourselves from ignorance. And the one thing I would like us to understand is, you see, learning is a very powerful tool because leaders are learners. Yes, and they are, apart from being leaders as well, you see, apart from leaders being leaders as well, they are also active listeners. Yes, you see, what I want I like us to understand about listening is that, you see, listening is very expensive in practice, but very easy in theory. You see, the more we can listen, the more we get to know, the more we get to realize, and the more we get to learn. You see, so growth is never attainable without learning. I've said that earlier on. And then, you see, what about learning there is that it expands the scope of our knowledge. It expands the scope of our experience. So, and what about learners is they never consider any knowledge wasted. So, the more they know, the more they grow, the more they're able to attain, the more they're able to put into practice. And for you to manage, learning is very, very essential. Because without learning, you attain the position without learning what to do. It's just as good as waste. Even not just waste of time, waste of resources. So other facts about learning also includes, you see, learning enables us to boost our profile, competency, and confidence. There's no how we can able to boost our profile, competence and confidence, when we are told how to handle responsibilities. There is no how we're able to do that without first learning. So another fact about learning is that the more we learn, the more we earn. And also, learning enables us to remain relevant in today's world. So when we refuse to learn more, when we refuse to acquire more skills, get more ideas, as a matter of fact, we become outdated. And in today's competitive world, it becomes very easy to be edged out of the marketplace, which is, when you maintain a defensive position in the marketplace, it's better to retain that defensive position than to be edged out. Because for you to regain your position, it will cost you more than double to retain it. So, in a nutshell, learning is better than silver and gold. So, that is to say, no matter the wealth you acquire in life, no matter the riches you acquire in life, without learning, you will end up derailing. So, that is to say, no matter how rich you are, if you lack the ability to learn, you have a tendency of going back being poor. So, let's reason. Life is about learning. When you stop learning, you die, according to Tom Clancy. So, that is to say, to the point we die as human beings, there are just things for us to learn, and we learn till the day we die. So, and let us come to now. You see, as I said it earlier on, learning differentiates the successful from the unsuccessful people, either we like it or not. Learning differentiates. So, and how do learning differentiate? You see, unsuccessful people make decisions based on their current situations. They don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. They don't see a future. They don't see opportunity in the midst of chaos, but rather they see chaos in the midst of opportunities. And what about successful people? Due to their inability to learn, they have a problem for every solution. But successful people is otherwise. Because in every problem, successful people, they have the mindset, they have the mentality to see every solution to every problem. No matter how huge or how gigantic the problem might be, they will always provide a solution to every problem. And according to a philosopher, he said every man could be known for one of two things. It's either you are being known for the problem you solved or the problem you created. So one thing about us as people, they make problem based on their today. They are broke, they can't think of, most of their problem is philosophical, is their mindset. They just see today their current situation at the end of the world. They believe that great opportunities, better jobs, strategic positions are meant for people of certain caliber. They don't see themselves doing the real work that needs to be done to transform their situation. But rather they blame circumstances, they blame situations, they blame their past, they blame their background, they blame everything they could blame. So they are well known for playing the blame game. But when you come to successful people who are familiarized, who are familiar to the world of learning, you see they make decision of what or where they want to be, what they want to be, what they want to see. According to Alan Sugar, he said something. He said, "What you see is what you get." So that is to say, you are an output of your previous state. So that is to say, all your tomorrow depends on what you are doing today. So, I've always said something in life. When you are persistent in any endeavor, any meaningful endeavor, no matter how people mock you, discourage you, try to frustrate you, it's just a test of time. It's just a test of your personality, who you are, the type of growth you're able to attain, what you are able to start in life. As a matter of fact, the situation will eventually change, because you will see that at a particular point in time, frustrations, intimidations, all sorts of negativity or those sources, they never last. They just have an expiry date. So, but it requires learning to know that tough situations in life never last forever. It requires you learning from either from yourself or from other people. There are various ways we could learn, from reading books, listening to other people's stories, watching inspirational movies, learning from our past, our parents, learning from our people around us. It's not what matters, what happens that matters. What really matters is the lesson we have to learn. Just like in prayer management, in prayer management, at the conclusion of every project, they come to say lessons learned. Because they know that the project team in this world that's not the last prayer they'll be handling. They will have to go and reflect what they've learned, in terms of delays, achievement, deliverables, and what they are able to do on time, teamwork. They need to go and reflect it on other projects, either as a team as well, or maybe they are just taking other roles in other projects. So, you just have to learn. Is just something that you can't just do without. You can't tell somebody that you've got experience in a particular job, and yet you tell them, how do you get it? You tell them you got that same experience without learning. It's not possible. So the truth is that to be successful, in any endeavor, your career, your business, you just need to learn from successful people. And what you learn from them, which is very important, is that they make decisions based on what they want in life, based on where they want to be, based on what they want to see. So in every investment, every input they make, they've gotten an expected outcome. What matters most is the process matters, but yet having an outcome in mind also guides you during the process stage. So, but yet, and one thing during the process stage we need to observe is that you have to learn. When you be the first timer, you just have to learn during the process stage, or else your result might vary. You might be lucky at first, and next your result you might not be able to attain. You might not be able to attain, the next result. So the next thing we need to understand is that we need to know how to learn. When we just continue to talk about learning itself, importance of learning, fact about learning, we just need to know how to learn. You see, what we need to understand is that we need to listen first. Listen to what others have to say before responding. That's one of the best ways of learning in life. Yes, it's good when you are intelligent, when you have something to say, it's good. But one thing that you need to listen to others as well. Because you might not know what others have to say, and there could be a lot to learn from what others are saying. Then another point is focus more on processes rather than the outcome, because learning occurs in the process. Yes, I've said it earlier on. There's no how you can be experienced or be a consultant in any endeavor without understanding the process of how things are being done, without understanding the logic behind the situation. So it's good when you understand the type of outcome you really need, you want to attain. It's very good. But one thing essential is you have to understand the process itself. If you are a project manager, you have to know the process of project management itself. You have to understand the stages of project management. You have to know how to when and how to make the best decisions. That's the process of how project management comes to being effective. Another point is become a member of an association related to your work, or initiate networking. You see, one thing that you can read it on your own, you can do things on your own, but yeah, that's not sufficient. There are other aspects of life other people also need to. So you can't say because of all what you know, you've done it all. No, there's just one thing or the other to learn from other people elsewhere. So, and when you combine your knowledge with other people's knowledge, the more you grow, the more it increases your exposure, the more it increases the level of your, it creates more opportunities for you. So let's move further. Yes, conducting all research and investigations. Conducting all research and investigations rather than holding on to assumptions. Most people are being kept in their comfort zones. Most people are being stagnant. But it's not because they wanted to, but because they believe. They've been made to believe. That's one negative impact of assumptions. Because most of the assumptions we have, we were being told, we were being made to believe. Even at times when it becomes a norm in our environment, conducting research on why is it this way, when you investigate new ways of doing it, oh, what do you think we could do? You know, it's better than just accepting things the way it has been. So, you know, philosophically, rather than accepting certain limitations, certain positions or situations or circumstances in life, I think it's better we conduct our own research and investigate what could be done. You know, just like discovery, you know, in the academic world, people are being distinguished, especially being regarded as doctors, professors, simply because they were able to conduct research and investigation into an existing issue. And they were able to come out with a discovery or a development which adds to the body of knowledge or which is somehow useful to mankind in various ways. So we need to understand that for you to discover more of who you are, what you are meant to be, where you need to be in life, you know, what you're meant to do, you have to conduct a personal research on your own self, or your own identity. You have to investigate, you know, who you are. You see, your distinguished identity is very, very essential in life, because nothing, just like when you are capitalizing deliberately on the importance of branding in business. Branding is what differentiates an organization from similar organizations. So it's not all about the service itself, but what distinguishes you from other competitors is your brand. It's what attracts customers to you, and what enables you to keep them loyal to you or retain them. So another point about learning is that paying attention to question, details, and events before responding. You know, just like going for an examination, and the question, the instruction simply says, do not write, wait, or you are being told to do so. You know, most students who do not pay attention to that instruction, once they see the question, they just pick up the pen, they start writing, but not knowing that they started going against the examination rules because they not pay attention to details. Most people fail exams not because they never have an idea, but because they, you know, just like you work in mathematics and maybe you are used to using tens. And now in the exam, you come across an examination. Now the same examiner decides to use 100. I remember coming across such a situation years ago. You know, those who do not pay attention to the question, they've assumed the question was a test. So it automatically, and now the question now came up in the hundreds, and eventually the answer has to be different. But because the lecturer knew that students will not pay attention to the question because they know that yes, oh, this one is what is going to do, and then most of them fell into that trap. I remember. So, you know, at times, most of what distinguishes successful people from unsuccessful people or from the crowd is the ability to pay attention, read the instruction before starting before commencing anything is very, very essential. It means when you just get a product from on the internet and you are not familiar to it, you know, it will be very, 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 very essential for us to go through the manual, in which will give us an insight or an in-depth knowledge on how to, how to get the thing done or connect it well before we begin to use it. So another point is putting knowledge into practice. Knowing is not sufficient for expected outcome without applying more understanding. That is another point on its own. You see, knowledge can be attained by learning, yes. Understanding itself can also be attained by learning. But you know, it requires an advanced level of learning to attain understanding. So, when we now talk of knowledge is just the ability to identify. But you know, when we talk of understanding, it goes deeper. That is to understand the trends in between, to understand the little letters, the little prints in between, you know, the little factors that times a lot in the process. So once we do understand that learning facilitates knowledge, it also facilitates understanding. And without learning, I tell you, the situation will just about to failure and nothing more. So let's go to the next one. Fine. Then another way to learn is self-discipline. You know, self-discipline helps us, you know, in many ways in life, generally, you know, rather than, you know, just doing things anyhow, jumping to conclusions, rather than, you know, rather than making investigation, observation, lack of self-discipline, about us to nothing. And then when we put in self-discipline, we pay attention, we are very sensitive and observant to situations, details, and information. And then, from there, we are able to avoid making mistakes, and also we are able to attain goals, transform situations around. Even at times when we are not even familiar, maybe it's the first time, but our ability to to discipline ourselves, pay attention to details, enable us to reason, think critically in a mindful manner, and help us to learn more from the situation. And another point is avoiding procrastination. I will do it, there's nothing to learn. It's rather to try and fail, rather to avoid trying, or try to dodge from trying. There's no lesson, there's nothing to gain when you are avoiding, when you are avoiding trying or avoiding making efforts. You will learn nothing. But in the case where even though you're going to fail, you try. Then from trying, no matter what the outcome might be, you can easily look for, what did I get wrong? Where did I go wrong? From there, you need to learn from your mistakes, and that enables us to improve ourselves. That enables us to, that adds more to us than procrastination. Procrastination is just a beautiful destiny killer. It makes our reason more reasonable, makes our excuses more beautified. So procrastination as a whole is just a time waster. Another point is that change and improvement are processes, not magic. We have to understand one thing, that most especially when we are holding strategic positions, or when we are in a position of responsibility, we have to know that when we desire change, when we desire anything in life, and we have to take steps, and for us to make impact, there has to be room for improvement. So, but we have to understand one thing: it's a process. That is, certain activities are being put into place within a certain period of time, and then for every activity being put into place or every effort being made, there's always an expectation. So just like you being a farmer, when you plant in apple, you are not expected to come up at the end of the day and reap potatoes, because it's not magic, it's a process. So another point about learning is that hard work beats talent, and it's only for self-discovery and starting. What I let you know is that no matter how talented we are, if you don't put in the hard work, we can never improve, because the hard work makes us learn more about what we are talented about. There could be a lot of talented people in that same endeavor, but what distinguishes talented people from each other is the ability to learn how to be the best. Yes, there's no how just a talented person can be the best. Apart from being talented, you have to learn how to be the best by doing the hard work. And just like you being a footballer, and you want to be the best, you must know how to work hard in terms of your keeping being fit. And every time you go to the match to play, there's that you have to learn from. What do I do best? What am I here to do? Understand what maybe timing, accuracy, speed, and other things like that. You need to be a consistent good footballer. Then another thing is that to be the best, we have to aim for excellence, not just success. That's what about learning. It requires you to learn to be the best, and it requires us to learn how to aim to be the best, or how to aim for excellence. Excellence is a process as well. It's a process that is being manifested over time. It's not magic, as I usually say. You see, what we have to understand about learning is that processes are more important than results. Yes, according to Dr. Priebin, he said, success does not rely in results, but in efforts. So, the effort which we make is what distinguishes us. Results could be attained by one means or the other, but what makes results persistent, consistent, and meaningful is our ability to work on the process and to learn from the process. So, we have to understand that learning is a very, very essential tool. And as we move on, we see what happens. Now, another thing we need to understand that whosoever is not interested in learning, there's always an outcome for it. Because as we usually say, there's no smoke without fire. You see, lack of learning facilitates stagnancy. Yes, I've said that. If you don't learn, you remain the same. And being on the same spot over a long time amounts to stagnancy. And I told you, I would like to say something. There's no reward for failure. There's no reward for stagnancy. Nobody is interested in celebrating stagnancy. Wherever you are today, those people, you should expect yourself to be at an advanced point tomorrow. Nobody celebrates stagnancy, and nobody is ready to invest resources into stagnancy of failure. Another point is that makes one a failure and get locked up in one's comfort zone. That's what we need to understand. That the inability to learn makes one a failure, a typical failure on the long run. And intellectual growth becomes almost impossible because it takes learning to challenge ourselves. It takes learning to obtain results, and it takes learning to grow and to meet up with to level up. It takes learning. And another point about lack of learning is dreams remain a mere wish due to lack of the right insight and information. Because one thing about the right insight and information is without learning, there's no how you can attain the right insight and information. Because learning provides this. When you go to a seminar, you are expected to be informed regarding certain things you are yet to know. And being informed also is a way of learning. So, and the more you can learn, the more you are able to widen the level of your insight or exposure regarding that field. And that's how that's why we don't understand. So, dreams remain a mere wish. If you don't have a dream, if you don't have a dream of being the best spinner on earth, and you don't learn consistently on how to attain this, you just end up dreaming. No matter, and you continue growing as well in age, and the dream also remains a dream. But when you start putting the right effort, you have more insight on how to attain your dream in life. And the more information you get, the more transformed you become. That's what we need to understand. So another point is, let's reason. You see, according to Emmanuel Goshen, that is the speaker, the presenter of this lecture, there's something I do believe that the future is whatever we make it today. So no matter what we wish to attain tomorrow, to become tomorrow, whatever dream we wish to attain tomorrow, it depends on the effort we put in today. Not just having that same dream that matters, not just writing your goal that matters, but doing the right work today. The more you learn, the more you earn. You don't just have to depend on previous knowledge. You just have to acquire more knowledge, more skills, more information. You just have to listen more so that you could be a better version of yourself. So the more you invest in yourself, yes, the more confident you are, the more privileged you become at grabbing opportunities in the future. So when we talk of being prepared for the future, I would like to recommend these two books along with the common one I've always been recommending, Integrity, which is an act of distinction. So what distinguishes you from the rest is integrity, and this creditor has got integrity as a whole, has gotten some elements, has got some statements that will be broken down in this book and being elaborated upon. Then another book is the 7 Principles of Transformation. I always say something. You can't attain transformation. You can't transform an organization. There's no how you can even transform your life without learning. So for you to transform, to be a better version of yourself, there are principles you need to understand. There are principles you need to follow. There are principles you need to learn from. So these books are available on Amazon and other online retail outlets, and I'm sure based on those who have bought, you see their reviews on Amazon, and and some do contact me, and then give you and pass on a lot of recommendations and praises. So, in summary, learning is essential to our existence. Just like food nourishes our body, information and continuous learning nourishes our mind. We are whatever our mind is, and we can only attain what our mind can picture. So whenever you can see your mind, wherever you can see yourself in your mind, it's whatever you can become. Because your mind can never deceive you, except you want to deceive yourself. So, if you are putting in the right effort, the right insight, acquiring the right information, even your mind, you are convinced that yes, you are going somewhere. Even your mind, you are not seeing yourself in that same position. Because, having a mental strength is about putting your mind into work. It's about, doing more, even when there's no time. It's a matter of being unpleasant with yourself, even when you see that you are not doing the real work, or you are not being committed in terms of doing the real work. So our ability to keep learning makes us lions, makes us the lion of our life, and not place us in control, and place us in control of our destiny. The truth is that if you don't live your life for yourself, somebody else will live it for you. And for you to live the best of your life, you just have to learn how to do it. Yes, apart from going to school, being educated, even going to seminars, being listening to others, you just need to learn you just have to, you need to learn. You have to conduct your own research. You have to, you have to make your own investigations. So, and that will enable, put you in total control of your own life. You see, if you are not the lion of your life, automatically you become the sheep of your life. You can see lions moving just moving, in mass like sheep. No, you see them. You see, lions are different in sheep because the lions take control of wherever they are, what substance they find themselves. They dominate and they take control. But sheep, they have to follow the crowd. Wherever the others go, that's where they are. That's where they go. So for us to take control of our destiny, we need to learn. And without learning, there is no how we could take control of our own destiny. One thing I would like to say, being the lion of our lives places us not just in the driver's seat, but in control of our life's vehicle. At times, some people, even though they are in the driver's seat, yes, you could see them in the driver's seat, but you could see that they are being controlled from behind. Just like having the driver telling him where to be, because he's not the owner of the car. But when the owner of the car sits in front of in control of the car, the situation is always different. So we need to learn so that we could be in control of our own lives, and then we could live our life for ourselves, and also to be fulfilled in life. Being fulfilled in life is not all about that big money, that big house, but doing things that we are passionate about, doing things that gives us joy, doing things that make us fulfilled in life, doing things that makes our life have a meaning and a positive impact on others. You see, what I would like us to understand again is life learning is an indispensable tool for every career, organization, and in life as well. According to Amit Degpa, you see, what it is that learning is just inevitable in life. For us to lead ourselves, our life, for us to lead others, maybe in team or in groups, for us to lead an organization, even for us to help even to have an impact or a positive impact on others, we need to learn. And there's no two way about that. So our ability to learn, opens a lot of, enables us to grab a lot of opportunities. And according to a speaker, he said, opportunity becomes more meaningful when you are prepared ahead of it. There are opportunities that comes our way. You don't just start getting prepared for the opportunity as soon as it comes up. If you want to work as a manager, before you can apply or appear at the employment market, you would have done some training, academic training, some practical training, some functional training, whatever you want to do to get yourself equipped ahead of time. So, but you would have learned one way or the other. It's not a matter of just taking up the role without having any level of experience, you know, and no, without having any level of experience or job, you know, that's what we need to understand. And this is, and what about learning is learning enables us ask ourselves the question, what do we need? Learning enables us to invest in ourselves. Yes. So, yeah, and because the world keeps changing speedily, we need to, you know, acquire more skills. What was beautified and validated 10 years ago is no longer tenderable. Yes, this year. So that's why we need to update ourselves. We need to upskill ourselves. We need to, you know, we need to work on our personal growth and also acquire more ideas in order to keep ourselves relevant in the marketplace. So, to conclude, the more we learn, the more we earn. So, as I usually say, learning is very, very essential. Without it, we are nowhere. So, to round up this segment, I would like to, yes, to round up this segment, yes, I would like to introduce to you again the same book, Still Selling Fast, on online, and I've been getting calls from various people here and there. The Mysteries of Excellence, you know, graduating from a challenge arena graduating from challenges to a champion arena. So thanks very much for those who are purchasing. Thanks for your comment. Thanks for your response. I really appreciate you. Till I come your way next time, I would like you to subscribe to my YouTube channel for other interesting clips. Share this with your friend, and you know, you feel free to drop a comment. Till I come your way with another segment on lessons for successful people. Thank you very much.